Be careful with what you share. Let yourself control your own story. And keeping something to yourself isn't about being secretive. It's about being smart and kind. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches self-control and resilience to overcome negative emotions and live ethically. A Stoic practiced this philosophy, aiming for inner peace by focusing on what they can control and accepting what they can't. Stoicism teaches us that it's wise to keep certain things to ourselves for a variety of good reasons. First, we need to protect our personal information. It's akin to having a private diary that only you have access to, ensuring no one can tamper with your information or become overly inquisitive. This advises us to be selective about whom we trust. Not everyone needs to be privy to every detail about our lives. Some matters are reserved for our closest friends or family members. This approach helps us feel more comfortable with what we're sharing and prevents us from inadvertently confiding in the wrong people. Stoicism also cautions us to consider the impact of our words on others. Sharing excessively might cause worry or distress. Furthermore, taking time to reflect on our feelings before discussing them can lead to a deeper understanding of ourselves. Stoic wants us to learn this. 7 things you should always keep private. 1. Don't show your anger to other people. Stoicism, a practical philosophy, teaches us an important lesson about managing our anger. It suggests that we should strive to control our emotions, because letting anger take over can lead to actions and words we might regret. The philosophy encourages us to distinguish between what we can and cannot change. Often, our anger arises from situations or actions of others beyond our control. Instead of reacting with anger, Stoicism urges us to focus on our own reactions and behaviors, which we can control. Moreover, displaying anger can harm relationships and escalate conflicts, going against the Stoic value of maintaining harmony and kindness in our interactions with others. Ultimately, Stoicism views the mastery of one's emotions, including anger, as a path to personal growth, pushing us to become wiser, more patient, and better individuals. By adopting this approach, we not only improve our own lives but also contribute positively to the lives of those around us. 2. Don't show what you want. Stoicism teaches us to focus on being strong inside and not to rely too much on what's outside us, like other people's opinions or things we can't control. The idea of not showing or telling others what we want really means trying to be okay with whatever happens. Whether we get what we want or not, don't show what you want is about maintaining a strategic advantage in various situations, whether in negotiations, competitions, or personal goals. By not revealing your true intentions or desires, you prevent others from using that information against you, ensuring you have more control over the outcome. This approach can lead to better negotiations, strategic advantages in competitive situations, and fewer obstacles in achieving personal ambitions. 3. Don't tell anyone about your fears. Stoics suggest keeping our fears to ourselves because sharing them too much can make them feel bigger and scarier. Instead, they advise facing fears on our own, using our own inner strength and wisdom to deal with them. This helps us become more independent and less reliant on others for comfort. Stoics believe in projecting a calm and steady demeanor, even in the face of fear, which is harder to do if we're always talking about our worries. However, it doesn't mean we can't ever talk about our fears. It's just about being selective and seeking helpful advice rather than just venting. It teaches us to confront our fears with courage and reason, building resilience from within. 4. Don't look for praise from other people. This teaches us not to seek praise from others because true satisfaction and self-worth should come from within. When we chase after compliments or approval, we're letting other people control how we feel about ourselves. This can make us feel like we're on an unpredictable journey of highs and lows, happy when we get praise and down when we don't. Stoics believe in focusing on our own actions and being good for the sake of it, not because we might get a pat on the back. This way, we stay steady and true to ourselves, no matter what others might say or think. It's all about being self-reliant and finding peace and happiness from our own inner strength and virtue. 5. Avoid gossiping. Stoics advise against gossiping because it goes against their principles of focusing on what we can control and cultivating virtues like wisdom and justice. Gossiping often involves speaking about things outside our control, others' actions and lives, and can harm relationships and reputations, including our own. It distracts us from improving ourselves and living according to our values. By avoiding gossip, we align more with Stoic ideals of focusing on our own thoughts and actions, fostering positive relationships, and maintaining a peaceful state of mind. This approach encourages us to be more mindful and constructive in our conversations, contributing to our own and others' well-being. 6. Don't look for approval from other people. Seeking validation from others places our self-esteem in their hands, making us vulnerable to their influence and potentially leading to manipulation. Stoicism advocates for finding value in living according to virtue, rather than in external acknowledgement. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't pay attention to other people's minds." Marcus Aurelius encourages us to ignore the opinions of others and stay true to our path, guided by our own nature and principles. This self-guidance provides a stable foundation unaffected by external pressures, allowing us to act with genuine kindness and integrity, irrespective of how others perceive us. It also empowers us to speak the truth when necessary, free from the fear of losing approval. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." It reminds us to define our values and act accordingly, highlighting the importance of self-reliance for our sense of worth. Ultimately, eschewing the pursuit of external approval liberates us to live authentically according to our own values. 7. Don't talk about your regrets. Stoics say that constantly talking about your regrets to other people doesn't change much. Instead, they say that you should keep your regrets to yourself, and instead, focus your energy on learning from the experience. Discussing regrets can sometimes keep us trapped in a cycle of negativity, preventing growth and forward movement. It suggests that constantly revisiting and vocalizing past regrets might reinforce negative feelings and hinder our ability to learn from these experiences and move on. Everyone has things from the past that they wish they could change, or that they regret. When you talk to other people about your regrets, you're not fixing or improving anything. You're just whining and looking for sympathy or approval from others. Stoics say it's better to talk to yourself about your regrets. Think carefully about what happened, own up to your part, and figure out what you can learn from it. It's not helpful to dwell on mistakes because you can't change the past. Instead, use them to drive you to make better choices in the future. Remember the lessons your regrets taught you, and use them to make your life smarter going forward. Regret can be a strong teacher if you stop dwelling on it all the time, and instead use its lessons to make your life better. Stoicism teaches the value of controlling our emotions, desires, and speech to live more fulfilling lives. It emphasizes managing anger, keeping ambitions and fears private, and not seeking external validation or engaging in gossip. By focusing on what we can control and learning from our regrets, we cultivate inner strength and resilience. Adopting these principles promotes personal growth and positively influences our relationships with others. Embrace the wisdom of Stoicism in your daily life. Focus on what you can control, cultivate inner strength, and live by your values. Start this transformative journey today for a more resilient and fulfilling life. Thanks for joining me on our journey through Stoicism, where we explored emotional control, keeping things to ourselves, and being self-reliant. If this journey sparked something in you or showed you something new, I'm glad. Please hit the like button and share our journey with others. Together, let's keep learning about ourselves, using every moment wisely. Let's spread Stoic wisdom everywhere, creating waves of positive change. Your participation makes this journey more meaningful. Thank you for being here. Together, we're building our futures, learning to navigate both challenges and peaceful times. Don't forget to come back for more insights and tips. Let's promise to make every day meaningful, supporting one another on this great adventure. Look out for more inspiration coming your way soon. Let's keep exploring, learning, and growing together, following Stoic principles and strengthening our community.